Welcome to the Overlook Motel, a place where underseen and unappreciated films get their moment in the spotlight. Today's selection holds a special place in my heart. Though it's an ironic choice for a date movie, Play Misty for Me is one of the first films I showed my husband when we were first courting. He loved it, and it's become a point of connection for us in the years since. What makes the picture memorable more than 50 years on from release is chilling atmosphere, a dynamite performance by Jessica Walter, and gorgeous cinematography. This trailblazing effort paved the way for films like Fatal Attraction, but few, if any, subsequent efforts have realized the obsessed lover trope as effectively as Clint Eastwood's Play Misty for Me. The film follows radio DJ Dave Garver. Dave has historically been a love 'em and leave 'em type, but he's realized the error of his playboy ways and is finally ready to settle down. He wants very much to rekindle his relationship with his ex Toby, but a casual encounter with Evelyn, an obsessed fan of his radio show, threatens to ruin Dave's chances with Toby, not to mention his life. Play Misty for Me is brilliant for many reasons, but the single most effective aspect is Jessica Walter's turn as Evelyn, the film's unhinged antagonist. The late actress convincingly pivots between demure and venomous at a moment's notice. Characters with a hair trigger are a dime a dozen and often fail to make much impact, but Walter makes Evelyn iconic by getting into the character's headspace and truly understanding what makes her tick and how to convey that to the viewer. When someone runs afoul of Evelyn or makes her feel threatened, she comes unglued to the point where she's uncomfortable to watch, and just as quickly as she flies into a rage, Evelyn returns to normal like what just happened was nothing more than a small bump in the road. Walter makes that transition look effortless, but convincingly pulling off such a dynamic range of emotion in such a short period of time is no easy feat. Evelyn is effective in part because of how unpredictable she is. She's either unwilling to or incapable of reading the room, and that aspect of her persona is used to terrifying effect. Walter takes the character screenwriters Joe Hyams and Dean Reisner created and brings her to life with a profound level of detachment. She watches Dave react to her eccentricities with disdain, just as the viewer does, but Evelyn always finds a way to spin his attempts to distance himself from her as a fun challenge to overcome. She portrays a deranged level of optimism that isn't easy to dampen. Additionally, she always manages to look believably shocked when Dave reacts negatively to her often inappropriate advances. In less capable hands, Evelyn could have been a punchline, but Walter makes her utterly terrifying. Another element that adds to the intensity is the rural setting. Eastwood was keen to set the picture in Carmel by the sea rather than in Los Angeles, and I have to agree with that decision. The sleepy seaside hamlet is beautifully lensed here. The film features long, gorgeous shots showcasing the scenery. More importantly, the locale adds a layer of isolation to the proceedings that isn't as easily achieved with a bustling metropolitan setting. Toby's home is particularly far removed from civilization, and that piece is used to create a level of absolute panic as the harrowing denouement comes into focus. Although Fatal Attraction has become part of pop culture vernacular, helping to coin terminology like bunny boiler, Play Misty for Me remains far less celebrated by the masses, but it is the quintessential tale of romantic obsession. Accordingly, it's time for this 1971 thriller to be recognized as the best of its kind. If you're interested in checking out the film, you can find it available on physical media and as a digital rental. That's all for this installment of the Overlook Motel. If you'd like to chat more about underseen and underrated films, feel free to hit me up with your thoughts on Twitter, Threads, or Instagram @FunWithHorror.